Oh, it's been said a bard's life can often be a hard life, or hill and dale to rove and always move from town to town. And some folk have inquired if ever we grow tired of ranging all around the world and never settling down.
But one should be a little wary of remaining stationary, 'cause comfortable is lovely, but it's not the way we grow. When life starts to unravel, pick up your pack and travel. You'll find a strange serenity in places you don't know. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-rat-terry-o-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. You've got no map for showing which direction you are going.
But why start on a journey if you know where it will end?
And once you recognize,
to anticipate surprise, you'll relish every twist and turn that lies around the bend. Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee-da-dee-da-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. The world has got its demons. There are many reasons why you'd find it harder to be brave than be afraid. But every life could use some danger. Every friend was once a stranger. Ships are safe in harbor, but that's not why ships are made.
Wriggle-dee-dum-dee-doo-da-terry-o-dee. Dee, a fwit-dee-dee-dee-dee. There's so much to see beyond the open door. It's outward bound we go. Who knows what we'll find that we've never found before. Adventures waiting further down the road. It's waiting for you further down the road. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Adventures waiting further down the road. Let's go! Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. Lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie-da-lie. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. La-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Greetings, adventurers and friends. I am Rev Tommy, commonly known as your Twitch mod here from Net21 Adventures. Starting this month, I get to be the Game Master here on Tuesday nights until we get ready for our senior, most awesomest Dungeon Master, Paulo Garbanzo, to return next month with an all-new campaign. So we're going to be playing Coriolis, the Third Horizon, tabletop RPG game by Free League Publishing. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll that bean footage. Alrighty, let's get to it and let's start bringing our wonderful band of spacefaring adventurers up. First up, we have. Hello. Who are
Hello, good
you?
evening.
Please tell us about yourselves.
All right, well, I am Zara Uraka. I am a gunner here on the ship. I'm not here for a good time. I'm just here to deal out some pain now and again. Not exactly expecting a whole lot of laughs. I don't bring a whole lot of laughs.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Next person of our ragtag crew will be Atom.
Hello. My name is Atom Al-Mahad. I am descended from a long line of ship workers aboard the Zenith. My only heirlooms have been hundreds of years worth of journals and this mysterious deck of cards. I'm the engineer on this ship. That's all I know about myself right now.
Great. Next up will be.
I am Malik Al Nadir, captain, former legionnaire, commanding, well, someone in charge of the Crimson Dawn, hoping that we all can get along long enough to make some beer and get to our next destination.
Great. And finally, to round out our crew is.
Hello, I'm Hannah Solechi, and I am your pilot. There's one exit, and it's behind us. I'm just trying to make a name for myself out there in the big black. Hanging out with this crew as long as it gets me where I want to go.
Great. So these are our adventurers. So Hannah, you've been the pilot for the last 3 years now.
Yep.
On board the Crimson Dawn. Finally got the chance to show your racing stripes, so to speak, after an unfortunate mishap in our previous pilot had passed, which is what brings you all together this evening. You are celebrating and having drinks down at the Ozone Plaza at the captain's favorite spot, having a drink in fond memory of your previous pilot, nicknamed Wash. So
Pour one out for Wash.
Pour one out.
To the next job, and those no longer with us.
The next job.
Yep.
And to absent friends.
Yep. Since that time, since you've only had a 4-man crew, your 5th position has been filled by an AI counterpart, filling that role on your ship. So no real loss for you guys there. So that's been a good thing, fortunately, for you guys.
Now she has more time to talk to me, the AI.
Yeah.
Gets awful lonely on that ship. Once she joined the crew, it was like had a family all over again. Just expecting to lose it.
Thank the gods there's someone to talk to him now.
Someone that's not us.
Does that mean we can still leave the engineering bay locked?
It's probably the wisest move because, I mean, I don't mind. I like when people watch, but you don't know what you're going to see.
What are we gonna see?
Well, I often I like to tell the AI's future. I draw the cards in my ancestral deck, and through that I tell the AI what's going to happen to it, and then I'm always right because I'm someone's going to program coordinates into you, and every time, oh, Adam, you're wonderful. It's not a voice. But I
this is how you make friends.
Did we pass a hiring board on the way to the bar?
Yeah. So you guys have been there for a few hours.
These hands can do at my price or lower. You're welcome to.
I'll take you up on that later.
Yeah. Unfortunately, out here in the dark, the third horizon, you gotta make do with what crew you can. You've got quite a hefty sum that you still owe for your ship.
Who wanted to buy the big fancy thing?
Yeah. So, a few hours have gone by. You've had your fill of baklava and drinks, and decided to call it an early night, hoping you can find a mission on the next day. As you are leaving the ozone deck, you come across an old woman approaches you. You there?
Me?
She's got deep, dark eyes and a wrinkled face as it comes up to you.
I'm
You
sorry,
carry
who-
the mark.
I-
Beware. She has returned. Death and darkness follow where she goes.
She who?
The hands clenching the cane that she carries suddenly start to tremble, and she adds, May the icons have mercy on you. You will need all the help you can get. As quick as she
Okay.
approached you, she turns and is immediately lost into the crowd.
Where'd she go?
Thanks. Have a good evening yourself.
Did I?
Does anyone know her?
Not
I
a
don't-
clue.
Think so.
Anything happens in the Ozone Plaza, I guess.
Oh,
Could I
But
roll a
just
culture
as
check to
suddenly,
see?
Someone's had a little
your
too much. to
tabula
drink.
starts to go off.
oh.
You're
Whoa.
receiving a message. And
I'm
this
receiving a
message
message.
comes through.
Oh no. Words.
My name is
client-
Adzam Kemburi, and I represent a mighty client based on Coriolis. I write to you with a matter of the utmost importance, demanding the greatest discretion. My contacts have informed me that you are both competent and discreet, and thus I desire to speak with you. 13 hours ago, my clients lost contact with one of their ice haulers out in the asteroid belt. The name of the ship in question is Oran 2, and my clients have assured me that she is manned by a skilled and reliable crew, which makes the matter even more strange. After closer examination, my clients managed to locate the silent hauler and discovered that it is on a collision course with the asteroid swarm, the Eye of Anubar. My clients are trying to keep the matter free from government interference, and I am now looking to hire a professional crew to intercept Oran 2 and secure my client's crew and property. As it is a mission with a certain amount of risk attached to it, you will be generously rewarded for your time. Meet me at the beginning of the third watch at Wahib's Cantina on the Ring. We need to discuss the details face to face. May you always walk in the light, your humble servant, Adzam Kemburi.
I finished reading. I'm like, oh, I love wines.
Our
I mean,
rescue
Found a
mission?
job.
An
Oh,
ice
it better
hauler?
pay well.
So,
What time is it?
it is approaching the third watch.
Oh,
Well.
we all know the deal.
Yep, which is
Mhm.
Yeah.
roughly about 8 p.m.
Go acquire some ice cold burr.
I'm so funny. That joke never gets old.
Ship would have loved that.
Maybe
So you
next
guys
time I'll leave you in the
make
ship.
your way up to Wahib's Cantina.
What does the crowd around the cantina and on the plaza look like tonight? Anything unusual?
Nothing unusual for the hour on board the station.
And anything on the news waves about a missing ship?
It doesn't seem to be anything of note on the Hollow.
It's good. But there was no the return address, or could they? Was there
Just
any blind carbon copies? How would we know if they were
As
blind?
far as you can tell, it was just sent directly to your ship's crew.
All right.
We know if there's a
Well-
blind. So, as far as we know, it's just us and we're not competing with anybody. That makes it nice. But I definitely want to hear how much we're making
Yeah, I don't want to go
Or-
into this totally blind.
rescue and babysit
Ice.
Ice.
Worth its weight in water.
Actually, isn't it
Even with Adam too long, Captain.
here? As ice? I don't know how that physics works. All right.
Let's
Let's
proceed
If
inside.
if we get there first, let's make sure to request a booth because all of their chairs are they're
Terrible, I
uncomfortable.
know. But that's why the booths go fast.
Well, as you get up to Wahib's Cantina, we have the cantina here.
No boobs.
Entrance in off of the promenade.
What they do with the booths? What kind of privacy can we get here?
Yep. And as you enter in, you're greeted by none other than Wahib himself, bidding you welcome to his
Wahib.
cantina, offering free samples of fresh baklava.
Well,
It is an honor
I'll have some
and
of
a
that.
privilege. I want to shake. I want to shake his hand to make sure he's not an animatronic.
He shakes your hand and proves that he's just a
Like
grizzled
5
old man,
nights
just
at
like you
Wahib.
see.
It's really you. It's really him.
Ooh, we need
You
to get
gotta
you
get
out
off
more,
the
man.
ship more.
Yeah.
Or
Or
less, depending on how this works.
I've been to Wahib's countless times. Never seen him in person.
How have you? Okay. Yeah, let's figure out where we're going.
Adam, do you have a favorite booth, perhaps?
No, they got rid of the booths. Where's? I don't. It looks lovely. It looks great. When I was a kid, I would come in here and there'd be booths, and I would reach up over there, and then one of the people who was working for you would say, "Hey, no kids in the bar," and then I would scurry out. And
All right, let's just find an alcove then.
All right. As you're going in, you see a fancy man dressed all up who you assume is Mr. Kamburi. But as you approach in from the entrance of the bar, you see he has just been approached by a group of 4 mercenaries by their appearance, dressed in black, all sorts of regalia and armaments on them, and everyone could roll me an observation.
Hey, Malik, check it out. Legit mercenaries. All right.
Yeah, 4 of them and 4 of us. How lucky can we
Roasty.
get?
All right. It's observation 2.
observation for me is
And a 6 is a success, right? Even if it's just 1.
If you just
Correct.
Okay, I have just 1.
want one.
All right, everyone has. So you all see that they're fully loaded up with the usual weapons and armament that you would expect for mercenaries: accelerator pistols and carbines, and accelerated wet pistols, Vulcan carbines. Malik, you also noticed something interesting on the leader. You see what appears to be old unit patches resembling the Peacock Guard, which you know is the high guard of the tower on Kua.
Ooh.
Why are they here?
And well, one day I'll tell you the story of why I'm not a member of the guard, but that's for another day. Are we still? Is this tavern still in the Ozone Plaza?
You are now up in the ring of Coriolis Station.
Okay, and the station has no issues with open armament.
Yep, so you should be. Yeah, you're up along the ring that you see there.
Okay.
You can carry any kind of armament you want, but they'll shut you down if you start smoking. So whatever that's about.
Mm-hmm. Granted, you always got to watch out for the station guard. You never know what may happen, but it appears that mayhaps someone might also be onto the same thing that you are after.
Do they appear to be forcing the issue with our hopeful patron and benefactor, or do they appear to have been invited?
All you can tell is that it seems they are being quite forceful and insistent with getting some sort of information. Mr. Kimbori seems to be getting a little bit agitated.
About that BCC. Well, I guess we go help him out.
At least see if he needs some help first.
Order some light bottle service with us.
Can we walk up now? Are we facing his table and to the back of the mercenaries, or vice versa?
You are behind the mercenaries, so at this time they did not see you.
Cool. I walk up and I slide into the seat. Howdy.
The one gentleman who obviously seems to be the leader is Lieutenant Remora. He looks at you as like quizzical face with like, who are you? What do you want?
Who are you? What do you want?
Tap him on the shoulder. I think she had the better question.
We are here to speak with this gentleman on a job.
Does the gentleman want to speak with you?
I like how we're just like popping up like gophers. I don't know.
I believe his cabin can get cleaned tomorrow if that's the job. Do you have some actual important business to talk with him?
Roasted.
We're not here to clean his cabin. I am captain of the Crimson Dawn, a ship here to take a job for this gentleman.
Are you?
Strange you mention that. Pleasure to meet you. I hold out my hand.
He just stares intensely at you.
Let me introduce you to the crew of the Crimson Dawn.
Hey.
What do you mean? You're not the crew of the Crimson Dawn. We are the real Crimson Dawn.
Really? Then can you tell me what the sticky stuff is under the pilot seat?
We don't talk about the sticky stuff under the pilot seat.
And that rattle in the captain's cabin?
What's that about? I have replaced that bolt 7 times.
Yeah, well, you guys need to go away and stop interfering with our business.
You mean stop interfering with our business?
Our business?
We, not to interrupt, we have invitations. If we could see yours, I think I've met 3 different ships in my lifetime named Snowball. And that's it's not uncanny to think that perhaps you've also named your ship and then erroneously thought that this mission was for you. But if we could see, if we compare notes perhaps, and I pull out my tableau.
Adam?
I'm watching them. Like a space hawk.
Adam.
So, Lieutenant. Right, Lieutenant?
And you are who exactly?
Captain Al Nadir of the Crimson Dawn, the ship you and your friends are pretending to be. Perhaps we should have this conversation in a little more private area.
Okay, give me manipulation.
To give it help?
Definitely need help.
Like, that's a sorry.
Yay! Got one.
I did not.
I usually tend to manipulate with, this, but that's fine.
All right. What is your roll result?
1.
You have 1 success. He seems to be willing to, like, okay, let's go ahead and let's go talk somewhere.
After you.
I turn to what's the gentleman's name who is hiring us supposedly?
Adzem Kamburi.
Adzem. I turn to him and I'm like, give us a second. 1 second. I'll be right back.
He's like, oh yes, I'll sit here and have a drink with some food.
Yeah, sounds
Bottle
great.
service shows up.
Sure.
And then it shows up.
We get
galactic gargle blasters.
a brief description of the 4 of them.
Apparently they wear all black. How fancy.
Yeah. Just the lieutenant and 3 of his henchmen are wearing light armor with accelerator pistol and Vulcan carbines.
So they're in full armor and weapons in the tavern.
But they're wearing their old peacock guard patches. Yeah. All right.
So it appears that one of the alcoves in the cantina is empty. So he leads you into there.
Please sit. Are there enough seats for everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll stay standing.
Alrighty. So you wanted to talk. So here we are. Let's talk.
Oh no, I didn't actually want to talk. I just wanted to get you in my blast radius.
Why's that?
As I thump something under the table. Well, because from here we can have a real discussion. We really don't want to have this become something messy in a tavern in public. You know that. We know that. So why don't you just go back to do you actually have a ship? Wherever you came from. We'll finish dealing with our benefactor. And if we happen to run across each other again in the future, we'll deal with this on a more permanent basis, assuming we're not in the middle of a public display like this, because I'm assuming that neither you nor we really want to call down the guard on us here. And by the way, I do appreciate the show of force. You look very professional in your matching uniforms and all.
Everyone give me observation rolls.
Successes.
1.
Nice. 2.
All right. As you were talking, Zara especially, she's standing off to the side, and you, at the corner of your eye as you're talking to him, you notice that the other 3 gentlemen have slowly and very stealthily moved their hands toward their weapons as if ready to draw.
I'd suggest you don't move any further, Yaris.
Give me a manipulation roll. And are you brandishing anything while you're doing this?
My hand is currently on my accelerator pistol, but I'm not brandishing.
I'll give you +1.
All right, I just rolled a 6.
All right, let's see here. They definitely seem to be a little bit sheepish as to have been found out. Trying to pull a who shoots first here, and you see their hands pull away from their weapons. So
Smart move.
yeah. Yep. Lieutenant Remora is like, okay, fine. We'll go. We don't want to bring the Coriolis guard here.
Smart move. And good luck on picking up a legitimate job.
I'm sure we'll be speaking to you again soon.
We're just gonna let them leave?
And without further
No.
word, the four of them all depart from the cantina.
Can I pick up anything on their comms? Like, can I like pick up what their signal is? So like maybe patch in later.
You can't tell anything for any comms system that they have active at the moment.
All right.
There wasn't any physical contact at any point. None of them bumped into any of us or got that close, did they?
No.
Okay. So not much chance of a bug or a homing beacon or something being planted.
On you guys? No. There was no physical altercation at this time.
Okay.
At this time.
Yeah, this time. Let's go introduce ourselves as the real crew of the Crimson Dawn, and also want to keep an eye on them. I assume, are they leaving through the main out the front door?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Within seconds, they are gone, and it appears they are lost into the throng of the crowd on the promenade.
This evening is just weird thing after weird thing.
Is our employer still here?
Yep. You go back out from that empty alcove, and you find that he is happily munching on some baklava and has a round of drinks already prepared for the four of you.
Is it possible to sit at the table to somewhat face him but still see the front door?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will take a seat.
I'm going to
Sorry
stay.
about that. Everybody wants to be us, apparently.
It's like, oh, greetings, folks. I don't know what happened there. Apparently, they must have hacked and intercepted the message that was sent to you.
I should try burst signals next time.
Yes, of course. I am very happy that you are here. My name is Adzem Kambori, and you are all, if you don't mind.
The real crew of the Crimson Dawn, Captain Al Nadir.
Greetings, Captain Al Nadir. I am very happy to make your acquaintance. As I said, my name is Adzem Kambori, and I represent the shipping company here on Coriolis. The company is called Melam Gesura, and is of average size, with a fleet of half a dozen heavy freighters and a few smaller vessels. The company Melam Gesura, we haul mostly foodstuffs, ice, minerals between the asteroid belt and Coriolis. 3 days ago, our heavy freighter, the Oran 2, left the asteroid belt carrying a full load of ice. The destination was supposed to be here to Coriolis Station. Regular routine trip, back and forth, do it all the time, but it has now been some time, and we have not heard anything from our ship.
Are you aware of the identities of the crew on board the Odin?
Oh yes, we have a very capable and solid crew on this ship. They've done this trek dozens of times, back and forth, which is what makes it even more strange that they have not made contact back. The crew is very experienced.
If I may ask, how many are in the crew?
There's five people on the crew.
And how long does this trip usually take?
Usually should only take a few days to a week or so, depending on the speed of the traveling, the weight of cargo, and how long it takes to upload and such.
So it's not necessarily that they're delayed as much as you've lost communications with them.
Yes, everything seemed fine at first, but 24 hours ago, the ship has missed one of its routine position points. Coriolis traffic control was not worried at first, but suspicions arose when the hauler missed yet another check-in. After several failed attempts making contact with the hauler, it appears something strange happened. The Oran 2 changed course and appeared to head at full speed straight for the Eye of Anubar asteroid swarm.
Captain, sounds like maybe she was boarded.
And there's been no transmissions, no distress call. And has anyone gotten close enough to see if there's any debris or damage to the ship?
We have just very recently, actually been able to discover the position and the heading for the ship. As I mentioned, there's been no contact for over 24 hours. And even like the captain, Captain Ratchun, has been with the company for 22 years. A very reliable captain.
And the only cargo was a load of ice.
Yes, they were hauling ice on this trip.
Is it possible to request a dossier on this crew? If part of it is a rescue mission, then I would like to make sure that we're not going to mistake any identity should it have been boarded in the first place.
Oh yes. Don't I have a crew manifest and all the details relevant for that. What I want for you is we need to find out why the Oran 2 has altered its course and stopped responding to hails. We need to secure the ship and its crew and ensure that it returns back to its original course, back here to Coriolis.
What was the last communication you had with the ship?
It's just a routine positional checkpoint. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just here we are on this time frame, checking in.
All right, so just routine. And ice, I mean, we're on a space station, so clearly it's not necessarily a thing we make. So is this something like Corsairs would hit regularly, or does it seem out of the ordinary that an ice ship might get hit?
Oh, remember the can't.
I mean, this is the third horizon. There are many strange things in the dark among the stars, so it's hard to know what may happen outside. But at this overall general proximity to Coriolis Station and within the Kua system, it does seem a bit unlikely for just a random pirate raid, so to speak, for Corsairs or.
So what exactly are you looking for us to do? Find the ship and get it back?
I wish to hire you to find, secure, and return the ship and its cargo back to Coriolis Station where it's needed. As a representative of the Melam Gesura company, I will be accompanying you on this, just to make sure that everything goes smoothly and as planned.
Oh, you will you?
Oh, don't worry. You'll be generously compensated. The company can pay you, say, 20,000 beer for your services.
For finding a ship and a cargo worth millions, if not billions, in beer.
Also, protecting your life on a considerably dangerous mission.
Unless you're bringing anyone else with you, or any security, or any other help. Is it just yourself?
Just myself. We do wish to keep this discreet and happen quite fast, if we can.
So finding your missing asset, recovering it from whatever may have happened, returning it here intact, along with obviously your own personal safety.
Yes.
What's your personal safety worth?
Would it be worse for you to report a failure back to your boss than to die along the way?
It is in the company's best interest that this matter get resolved most efficiently and hastily.
Is there harm in your life, friend? Are you well?
Adam, please, Adam.
All right.
If it's in the cards, it's in the cards. So you were saying finding the ship, recovering it, returning it, bringing you back safely, and you were offering 30,000 beer?
That's what I heard. Mm-hmm.
Manipulation.
Oh, great. Wow. Just surprised myself.
I feel Captain.
He's rolling a lot more than I am.
How many did you have for manipulation?
2.
Beats Kambori's 1. Yes, 30,000, 30,000. Yes, of course. I could pay you 30,000 beer for this.
Sounds fair.
And when will you be ready to leave?
I'd be ready immediately.
And you'll have all the information with you, where it was last seen, tracked, any information we need, security codes with you when we leave?
Oh, yes. I'll have all of that stuff to give you on board the ship once we have made our way.
Then we'll meet you on board the Crimson Dawn in, say, an hour?
Great. That is most wonderful. I will definitely see you in an hour. Let me go gather my things and report back to the company. And
Don't bring too much. And you're bunking with Adam.
I didn't want to say it, but I'm so glad you did. Love company.
We may owe him some credits back after this.
No, he's gonna pay us more to get his own room.
Let's see what your future holds, friend. Beast magic attack. That's a good one. Solitary sword of poison reversed.
I just grab him on the shoulder and let's go. We've got to prepare the ship.
Yes,
you've got to go.
I have to clean my room.
You've got to go polish your AI.
Yeah.
No, don't ever.
I like that you call it that
Captain.
too. I get into that.
Don't encourage him.
You should see the video.
No.
Oh.
Now I have more questions.
Every time I close my eyes.
It's all over the internet.
So unless anybody needs anything, we'll return to the ship. I definitely, obviously, want to keep an eye on our trail for our newfound friends.
Yeah. I'm also keeping an eye out for the crazy lady. Because that's like sticking with me. Like, I don't tell you guys, but it's kind of in the back of my head, kind of mucking with me. Also, I'm grabbing one more piece of baklava.
The 4 heavily armed mercs.
Yeah.
But yes, we can watch out for the nice, crazy little old lady too.
Kind of more worried about her.
I'm more afraid of someone who looks like they don't know how to use weapons than someone who does.
That's fair.
They'll fire wildly.
Yeah, I didn't see a weapon, just probably some bad breath on her. I think we're fine.
Cutting words. Bear the mark.
How long will it take? I assume it's fairly quick to get back to the ship.
Yep. Is there anything you guys wish to do before?
We shouldn't be out that many days, as he said. It's fairly well. We assume that the ship was lost fairly close to Coriolis between Coriolis and the asteroid belt, which shouldn't be that far. We don't need to jump there, I don't believe, correct? Or do we?
Let me look at our map.
This won't require a portal jump, Captain.
No, it does not. No.
Okay.
This should be the distance about twice from here to Kua.
So as long as we're fully fueled, I would think we're good to go.
I would like to make sure, like, do a spot check of the ship, just make sure everything is nice, and pack extra water.
Yeah, who was in charge of getting groceries this run?
Yeah, that's me, and
okay.
I get all health food. Just really, I
let dehydrated kale.
Complete foods, and I spend way too much burr on not enough groceries.
Luckily, I know about the pilot's secret stash of junk food underneath the console.
Is that why it's sticky? Makes perfect sense now. Spilled the beans on that one, Cap.
And Adam, before we leave, see if you can get another tray of that baklava for the trip.
And beans. Yeah, a tray of baklava? I'll go back to Wahib on our way out and just say again, really, really big fan. Love
So,
all
are you
everything you
sending
produce.
Atom off by himself to go?
No, we have not left yet. As
Okay.
we reach the door,
He's in visual range.
yes. He's within the range of the leash.
Yeah, it's a beacon that when I go more than 50 yards away, I start beeping very loudly.
He hasn't felt the shock yet.
Yeah, at 75, I get a beat. It turns into a shock.
Oh, so you're saying that headband he's wearing is also his collar?
That's one.
Yeah, it's a collar.
word
It's a
for it.
receiver. It's my comm system.
He's
On the
talking with
inside,
his
it
friend.
says, "If found, please return to." Yeah.
Yes.
And I slipped him some a little extra bird, and I'm like, all right, something we've always wanted to go home with a tray itself. Just like if we could forego the to-go box and just kind of, I don't know how many of these you have. Can I roll manipulation to try and get a full tray?
Like the actual tray.
Sure.
Yeah, like the full serving tray.
Go ahead.
That is 2 successes.
He hands it over gladly. He's like, yes. Enjoy these and be sure come back again soon, very soon.
Just one more. Would you sign it?
No, we don't have time for this.
If he hands over to Trey, I'm grabbing Adam by the shoulder and going, "Let's go. We're gonna be late."
I have a space Sharpie in my head. No, but I wanted to. All right, here we go.
Wahib returns back to his other patrons, making sure everyone has plenty of food and drink about the bar.
Always gotten the robot double of someone in a suit. Never got the real Wahib.
It's always been the real Wahib. I don't know what you're on about.
I don't know what you're on.
I'm wondering if it's always been the real Adam.
Once we get out of the restaurant, I absolutely light up an entire thing of Arash. I get way too excited.
Not like this
I have to rein it in.
job needs clear head.
We're walking upwind. Wherever the air circulars are, we're walking upwind with him.
Yeah, I know where to stand or where to walk in the group so that it's. Can you believe that? That was all right. Nap time.
And he gets an occasional push to keep him moving towards the ship, so he doesn't get lost.
Clear head, full heart, can't lose.
I mean, he's a hoot and holler to keep around. At least he's good at what he does.
Once we get
It'll
back,
certainly be entertaining for Kimbori.
Yes, we'll have about half an hour to do a pre-launch and make sure everything's secure. And
I'll tell the AI all about our trip. And while I do that, there's a quick serious moment. And make sure surveillance runs the entire time for this mission, please.
And that we're ready for our guest to join us.
I've made sure to secure any areas of the ship that contain weaponry. I don't trust Kimbori. Just saying. I don't trust anyone I don't know. And he hasn't paid us yet.
Well, we can lock down our cabins at least. And
I'm the only one with the lock.
Are Zara and I, like, how many cabins do we actually have? Do we all get our own little coffin cabins, or are we like bunking? What's going on?
Yes, your ship is quite spacious for your crew. You all each have independent cabins.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
So
you've all made it back to the ship?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yep, made it back to the docks. Quite uneventful. You had a bunch of folks that decided to, call out from shops. You know how it is, walking by trying to sell their wares. They see Atom with his Arash, and they call us like, "We've got more. Hey, we've got Arash. We've got Opor." And you can smell the Arash and the Opor wafting out of these shops as you're passing by.
I feel like we've all gotten really good at just steering him.
plus, he's holding a big tray of baklava,
Right?
so he's I will
slapping
remind
people's
him
hands
that
away.
he needs to get back to the ship immediately.
Right? Because I've somehow got to fit that in the. Well, that's fine. Yeah. It's only going to get stickier
We'll leave
from
a
here.
small plate of it in the mess, and then the rest of it we can.
I
put it
kind of
in.
look over at the Oprah dealers now and again, but I'll walk back to the ship instead.
Can I try to clock that? Because I've been trying to get someone to do a drug with me, and everyone is such a square.
I don't know. What do you have to roll for that?
Are you trying to do it with one of your friends or the random
Just
people
anyone?
walking by?
No, I've been trying to get someone on the ship to smoke and play cards with me just once, and everyone is. I can't remove the bug that has crawled up somewhere in the aura crisis.
He's actually just upset because he never gets invited for poker night.
But if I clock that someone is like paying attention to what someone says, like, I got some for free. We can.
But
we
if
can
he would
enjoy
stop
this.
trying to play poker with his stupid oracle cards, maybe we'd invite him more often.
Got a point.
Yeah.
When you have a hand that has 1800 attack, you don't fold.
Not no.
Atom and Zara, manipulation against one another, please.
2 successes.
5.
Wow.
5 successes?
I've just rolled a 5.
Oh.
Number of 6s.
Oh, number of 6s. Jesus, Mary and Joseph. How many am I rolling?
And don't forget your manipulation. If you have no skill points, is at least the corresponding stat or attribute.
Yeah.
How many die am I rolling?
So whatever your
so let's see.
Wits are 4.
Yeah.
Empathy.
Yep, you're just rolling your. Actually, hold on. Let's see. What do you have in? It's whatever you have in manipulation plus empathy.
So many dice, but not as many as champions.
Okay,
That's
hang
an
on.
old school gamer joke.
Damn it, I didn't roll any 6s.
Yeah. I don't know if this is worth praying to the icons for.
Not worth it.
No.
All right. You have been peer pressured by Atom.
But first, before we smoke anything, I need to teach you the rules of this game. Each person starts with 8,000 life points, and that's where it's okay for you to
leaving
like,
in.
no.
We're leaving in less than 30 minutes. Perhaps.
I take the baklava.
After dinner, maybe.
All right,
after dinner, fine. A week after we return.
That's. I'm excited for that.
That sounds fair.
I am. I like that we've made a date. We haven't done that before. I think that makes us closer.
I feel so close right now.
I feel close to something.
You managed to successfully get, without much other incident, Atom is just yammering away with Zara at the back, still smoking his
living with him now.
cigarettes. And
there was no living with him before.
Talking and talking and talking and talking.
I'll make my way to the bridge with Hannah, and we'll start prepping the ship for our trip.
We do the thing where you keep giving me directions, and I go, "Aye, Captain,"
and make contact with Coriolis command and or station, and get our heading out, and let them know we're going to be undocking, and get permission to enter the flight route and all that fun stuff.
Did our employer give me a data dossier at all for the people that we would be rescuing?
He was going to bring everything with him when he came on board.
Oh, he didn't have that on him. All right.
All right. Hannah, give me a technology roll.
Oh, good.
For prepping the ship.
Right?
On paper?
Yes.
What's in the data tags?
What is who? Oh, there we go.
Should be 6 dice for you.
Yeah.
Nice.
I literally couldn't figure out the alphabet for a second.
Been there. I'll tell you.
2, 3.
3 6s.
Back out of this parking spot. So good.
Hey, she didn't scratch the paint this time. She still hasn't buffed out the last time she scratched the paint, but
So,
And
for
you said it
everyone
didn't all
watching at
work.
home, 3 6s is a critical success.
Thing to waste it on.
This somehow she managed to walk into the cockpit and flip 2 switches, and everything came right up the way it was supposed to, without
I
any
love that
hesitation
sound.
or false starts.
Woohoo!
you see Malik in the corner kissing one of his, pendants.
It's me. I do the tap my broom patch. Nobody can see it because I'm stupid blown out. It's a broom with laser eye.
Oh, to worship the deckhand. Right.
Yeah.
Classic icon.
Classic.
So is our patron on time?
Yep. Moments later, you see him come up and approach. He has a small pack with him with what appears to be his personal effects that he needs for the trip, and comes right aboard. It's like, Captain, greetings. May I come aboard?
Of course. Welcome. Does he appear to be outwardly armed at all?
You do not see any sort of weapons or anything on him. He is given no impression of being any sort of a soldiery type.
Okay. We show him to his
Quarters.
Well, okay, here's a question. So, as a large ship, do we have guest
We
quarters?
totally
or
do.
cabin?
We still have the 5th crew member's cabin, but I
We
feel
can't use
like
Wash's room.
it's totally storage.
Oh, it's so full of all the crap that we've been picking up here and there.
Right. Because somebody on this ship, not me, is a pack rat.
Mm-hmm.
I resemble that room.
That
Oh, wait,
broken down robot we picked up, it's in there.
Yep. That thing that Adam said he was going to fix up so that it would help fix the ship, that's sitting in there.
Because he felt that one he felt bad for.
The one he felt bad for.
Yeah, that was the
Sounded
worst.
sad.
Yeah.
Like,
Chad's in a corner collecting dust.
Cyberheart.
So, besides all of the accumulated stuff, I assume there's room, at least a bed and space for him to sleep.
You can find it, sure.
What? He's not sleeping in my cabin?
Yes, you can find and manage
mean
to.
joke.
It might take a little bit of work to sort out a little bit of a guest quarter situation for him, but he's more than happy just sitting at the mess deck, sitting at the table,
scrolling,
reading
Facebook.
and relaxing a bit as you prepare to launch.
How about them dossier tags? Not to be a broken holotag, but how about those people and their names and me looking them up?
Yes, very good. Straight to business. A smart one you are, good sir.
That's what I am. Nothing but business.
And
No,
also,
you didn't see nothing but smart.
Also, the chart of where the ship was last located.
Yeah,
so
I have a few things for you. I have the coordinates for the Oran 2, a map containing basic facts about the ice hauler, and I have a crew manifest to show you who the crew is. So let's here's the crew manifest. This is the crew.
All right. I thought I was painting you into a corner.
Yes.
Didn't he say a crew of 5?
Yeah, that's 9, right? I mean, I don't count them
9.
right.
You can't count.
My apologies. That previous encounter with that other people's, they did put me a little bit on edge. I do apologize sincerely if I misplaced the numbers.
Stevedore. We'd have a stevedore if you would hurry up and fix Chad.
But yes, that is the crew of the Oran 2.
And is this the first trip for any of them, or are they all?
Nope, they're all seasoned deckhands. Like I mentioned, the captain has been with the company for 22 years.
But have they all been on this ship for previous runs?
Oh yes, they've been on this. They've been working together on this ship for quite some time now.
While we're still connected to the greater network of Coriolis, I would like to data Jin to make sure that everyone, all those names can be accounted for, possibly a picture, portrait next to them, portrait picture. And if at all possible, also to look up our employer's name. I just want to make sure that everyone is accountable. The whole time, it's going to be me talking with the AI and him. So manipulation and data gen possibly.
So what is it you're looking to try to find?
I want to make.
I want anything sus
to make sure that everyone that he says everyone is everyone,
and also make it fun for him as well, so it doesn't seem like I'm suspicious, because I'm not. I'm just cautious.
Oh. Well, before you get a chance to ask or do any of that sort of stuff, he hands you the coordinates for the Oran 2, and I need the person with the highest data gen, which is the only person with data gen.
I was going to say.
Oh boy.
To make a data gen skill test to find the quickest route to the Oran 2.
Well, when you're looking for a route and you know coordinates, then you know how to calculate their velocity. And
who agreed that he could be the navigator also?
Just give me the numbers.
Just do it.
3 successes on that.
A critical success. Oh, great. You punch a few things into your tabula, draw a couple of cards while you're at it, consult them, then look at the results on there. And flawlessly, you have found what appears to be a perfect vector.
Ooh,
that will get you to the ship.
Good.
What's the vector, Victor?
Get us some clearance, Clarence.
Expeditiously.
Give your hand over here, Hannah.
Roger, Roger.
Roger. Surely you know me.
Yeah. Yeah. So
that's right. We're all old. Yep. Moving on.
As long as we don't have a problem in the cockpit, we'll be okay.
Yeah. And with that being said, it seems like a perfect time for confessions.
No.
And our break.
So you know, we're all counting on you.
I didn't do it.
Alrighty, so
I get to go
sure
first.
You jest.
Yeah. First up will be.
Oh, thank goodness we're getting back out into space. I'm not gonna lie, this job seems a little hinky, but I can't put my finger on it. But at least we're not cooped up on the station anymore. Looking forward to that, at least.
Whoops. There we go. That button.
Yeah, I don't trust anything that's going on here, but I never do usually. And man, dealing with Adam and that offer for later on, it's tempting. Just saying, it's really damn tempting.
The darkness encroaches and surrounds me every single moment of my existence, and the only way for me to create any form of exit from that is levity. Our employer seems nice. Wonder if he'll be friends after this. Wonder if he'll be my friend during this. Wonder what he dreams about.
Got a ship, got a crew, got a job, got Adam. Well, 3 out of 4 is not bad.
Oh, all right. Thank you, friends, for being with us so far here. This is Nat 21 Adventures, where we have crazy stuff happening all week long. Let's see if we can get this schedule to pop up here. So we start off our week Monday nights with Modern Mondays with Lady Prudence, Tuesday mornings, get your sonnet fix in with Shakespeare. Tuesday evenings, during the month of February, we have Coriolis, The Third Horizon with me. Tomorrow morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at, tune in for Creating with the Crew with Cubby and Shoshi. Wednesday evenings, we're back here again with Gothic Horror Gaming with the Gloom Master and Handler Z. And then rounding out our week, Thursday mornings, we have Flash Phantasmagoria with Handler Z. Spooky little writing quick bits. So that's lots of fun. Check that out there. We also want to thank our sponsors. This month we have renadventures.com. Travel around England and Italy and Rome. This year we've got Muncaster Castle in England. Travel around England, tour castles in the countryside by day, play D&D in the castle by night. Upcoming tour is June 2nd through 7th of 2024. So be sure to check out Ren Adventures. Here's a nighttime shot of Muncaster Castle. You can go there and play D&D. How cool would that be? So again, thanks everyone for coming in. And without further ado, let us return back to our crew. So we've got everything. The numbers have all been crunched.
So crunched.
And you've handed all that information off to the pilot, correct?
Yep.
All right. Give me a pilot roll to get this trip started.
I just want you to know, we're all counting on you. Good luck.
Like 8 for me, right?
Should be 7. It looks like you have
7. No, well, I have the plus
2
1.
pilot and 5 agility.
5.
Oh, your talisman gives you plus 1.
My talisman gives me a bonus, so it's 8, right?
Yep, that would be 8.
Okay.
8 dice.
So far, so good. And now I'm just rolling these last 2 for shits and giggles. 4 6s.
4 6s, critical success. And again, as flawlessly as you got the ship started, you have just managed to whip it around, do double corkscrew, exit away from the docks.
All while eating baklava.
Exactly.
AI is feeding you baklava.
Yeah.
I'm like whatever. I'm guessing we got a little work done on the engine while we were docked, and I gotta say, appreciate.
Yeah.
As we undock, just keeping an eye both visually and on the scanners to make sure that we don't have any new friends that seem to be crawling up our exhaust.
Scanners are empty at this time.
If we have a good half hour and no one feels like talking, I'll go eerily silent and pray for the faceless one.
I'm glad I'm up here where I can't see this.
While everyone's finishing up from their takeoff procedures and all that, Mr. Kimburi's just sitting there reading through his book, and just he seems oddly fascinated with what he's reading, not noticing you when you first walk in.
I'll check in on him, and if I can, take a little peek at whatever it is. Is it an actual book that he has, or is it a data slate?
Yep, seems to be an old book of sorts.
Like with paper?
Like, and a spine? What?
These dossiers don't make any sense. I asked for a data tag, and he gave me paper.
Yep.
This is ridiculously expensive.
I will casually attempt to see what it is that he's so engrossed
What
in.
are these things?
Give me
Apricot.
Binders.
Red.
infiltration roll.
Oh no.
And that'll be against, let's see.
1.
Singular sensation.
1, 2, and 1,
Every
2,
little
4.
page you turn.
You're welcome for this filler song.
Did you want that from the group or just from Hannah?
So
I can't do it. I'm piloting, right?
Yeah, I'm the one that's looking over his.
Yeah, it should be
You're looking over his
Captain
shoulder.
And I got 1.
Captain.
yep. So you do succeed over him. He seems to be completely engrossed and oblivious. And what you see is this.
So fairy tale.
4 centuries ago, a fantastical city was constructed deep in the Kuan jungles. The city's name was Ka, and it was ruled by a fair and wise king. Culture, arts, and science flourished in Ka, and the people lived in affluence. The king of Ka had a daughter who was the center of his entire world. As the years went by, the king aged and the princess grew up. One day, the princess went for a walk in the shadow of the forest and disappeared. Many days passed, and the princess did not return. The king was beside himself with fear and grief. Soldiers combed the jungles around the city but could find no trace of the missing princess. Ka was a city in mourning. Early on a summer morning, nearly a year later, the princess returned. She had no memory of where she had been or what had happened to her escort. But all that mattered to the king was that his daughter was back. After a while, the king started to notice the princess was not quite herself. She was acting increasingly strange and would often be found on the palace battlements, looking out across the dark jungles surrounding the city. Her eyes darkened until they were as black as soot. The king's best physicians treated her with their most costly cures, but nothing seemed to work. The princess retreated inwardly and became a shadow of her former self. One day, the king received news about a sage living in the Kuan asteroid belt, said to be able to heal the dark sick with his bare hands. Having run out of options, the king assembled an expedition consisting of his 3 most advanced spaceships and a crew of his most loyal warriors and healers. On board the flagship, the princess was placed into a blessed sarcophagus and was soon asleep. That was the last time the king saw his beloved daughter. The ships left for the great darkness and were never seen again. Eventually, the king realized that the expedition had failed and was driven mad with grief. He never recovered from the loss of the princess and died soon after. Ka started to crumble, and today no one knows the location of the Golden City. Ka has been lost to the jungles, possibly forever. What happened to the Princess of Ka is not known. Some say that she awoke from the sleep and slew her escort in a fit of demented rage. Others say she was cured by the hermit in the belt, but chose not to return to Ka. Maybe she is still sleeping in her sarcophagus, traveling the darkness between the stars for all eternity. And that is what Malik has been able to read over his shoulder before Mr. Kamburi jumps with a start like, oh, Captain, I didn't notice you come in.
Just checking to make sure you don't need anything. Now, can I see that he's reading that passage. Can I tell what the book itself is? Is it a book of fairy tales, history? Is it a handwritten journal?
You can ask him. You asking him?
I'm just gonna make sure he's okay. See if he needs anything.
Oh, yes. So sorry. I was just a collection of old folk tales. I like to read to calm my nerves.
And did it appear to be handwritten, or was it a printed volume?
It appears to be an old printed script.
Okay.
I'm on surveillance. I've had surveillance on this whole time. Can I make a culture roll to see if I've read the ebook of this?
The ebook.
There's no ebook of this.
How about the audiobook? Do you have the audiobook?
Cliff notes. Cliff notes.
The comic
Yeah.
version? I don't know. It's
Graphic novel. Yeah.
Apparently, this one didn't even make it to the For Dummies series.
Oh. Obscure the.
So, but I imagine did just Wondrous Tales make it anywhere? And just they don't have other Wondrous Tales?
Oh, like could you look up the title, The Princess of Ka, and see if it shows up anywhere else?
Yeah, if there's one thing that I like, it's lore, because I love to explain it to people.
It seems to be a most abstract printing. You see basic general references of this, but nothing more than what is on the page.
So you're definitely not getting a first printing for your library.
I just
Not
wanted to
unless
know
you
if there were
steal
stories
this
in it
one.
you could talk about. Like, has he read the Lord of the Portals yet?
I don't think he has that in his library at his office.
I don't
I
know.
offer
but
him a
text
data
him
tag
about
with it on.
How long do we estimate it'll take
Yeah,
to get to the coordinates, or basically where we think we're going to intercept the ice hauler?
Yeah.
Handwritten.
You've had such wizard data ginning that it appears that your trip should only take maybe the most of a day.
Oh, okay.
Not bad.
Oh,
Yep.
easy peasy.
I'm fascinated by this book now. It's handwritten. With what?
Yeah. It's like, oh, this is just something that's been handed down. That
I assume that pens are rare, but they exist.
I mean, it's way too fine to be a space jockey, like what I got.
A space
Well,
jobby.
design.
Yeah.
But
I
I mean, I have 1,500 years of journals from the Zenith, and I converted all that into a digitized form. But most of it was written in like bone marrow and just biomatter.
If he offers, can I say, "Oh, may I see the book?"
he hands it to you, and you get a closer glimpse. You get to see everything that's in that particular, and you see that only that page that he's been at. And give me an observation roll while you're at it.
Can I assist with my surveillance?
By surveillance. Like, I'm just.
Sure, I'll allow it. Take an extra dice.
Love you.
Why not?
Wow, two.
You see that flipping back and forth to the page before and the page after are completely different and random blurbs of random folk storying.
I want to see the spine if possible and see if there's a title of the book.
It's just a collection of folk tales. But
Tales.
as you look at the spine, you do see that it appears that the book has been open to this spot and is creased open on the spine here, as if a great majority of his time with this book being open has been here.
Okay. Trying to poke my own memory. The asteroid, even if I have to look through the actual page doing it, can I deduce that the asteroids that the princess was headed for are in fact the asteroids that we're headed for?
There's no further information or reference for what exact asteroid system. Being a ship captain, there are asteroid fields all over the place in the Kwan system.
And do I have any recollection of any rumors, stories, or fables about I don't remember what it was, the mystic or the healer or the person in the asteroids that they were the
They were
princess was
looking
supposedly
for?
heading towards?
No, it appears to be all completely new information for you.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, coincidences don't just happen.
If he's interested in the long history and like folklores and things, I would love to possibly do a reading for you.
Do you say this like over the intercoms?
Oh yeah, it's over the PA. I have a little screen that comes up and it moves like my neck does.
I'll be on the bridge.
Captain!
Yeah.
I was surveilling the whole time. Just didn't notice it was you.
I will periodically be on the bridge, checking the scanners and everything. Again, checking to make sure there's nobody mirroring us.
Coming to check up on my progress. Here, watch me.
And getting another piece of baklava.
Yeah.
Really
Is anyone staying with Mr. Kimbury?
Yeah, I'm there with him. Like I'm in my cabin, so I don't have to wear pants yet. But I'm there. My head is on the screen, talking with him. And in my head, I'm like, I know that when I talk too much, the other person often reveals something about themselves in order to make me go away.
Is it just your head, like Holly from Red Dwarf?
Oh yeah, like what you see is absolutely just this, like that. It's like, oh, you drew the medallion of the ice barrier in reverse. This is something that
I just look at Hannah. I just look at Hannah and go, "No mas pantalones."
I'm so glad I'm down with the weapons right now.
I don't even know if he's wearing underwear right now.
They don't have underwear in space.
I put the piece of baklava back.
Adam, we absolutely have underwear in space. We just don't wear bras in space.
I got that memo reversed.
Afterscape is your friend.
Aren't you a little short to be an engineer?
The exosuit chafes.
All right. Let me get this popped up here. All right. So everyone, so the captain and pilot are up on the bridge.
Yep.
Adam is in his quarters doing whatever an Adam does.
Literally just sitting and watching. I'll turn off my screen so that like it thinks no one's there, but I'm just like being so quiet and listening to where
Zara, what are
he's
you
listening to
doing?
him.
I'm down doing maintenance on the weaponry.
Oh no, I'm fixing Chad. I take it back. I'm fixing Chad. I got him in there. He is my computer-handled android dude. Really painted myself into a corner there. I want to make a technology check to see if I can get any advancement on the CHAD.
Thank God we let him buy Chad and not Chud.
If we could have an underwater model, I would drown. I would need some exo gills because I'm fast. My special interest is the ocean, and the space is like the ocean but with less friends.
All right, give me a roll. Let's see.
Technology?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm walking around the ship with a can of black spray paint. Just...
Unfortunately, no successes on fixing Chad. I rolled 6 dice and had 0 successes.
Yeah.
I will not pray to the icons for that one because I know I deserve it.
Chad is still sparking in the corner.
Yeah, so whatever you just did causes arcs and sparks to fly. And now smoke is starting to pour out of the Chad.
No, I go and grab some not water. I get an electrical fire extinguisher, the only one that's in this part of the cabin. And
How did we not buy you like a 6-pack?
He also seems to be running out of air. You might need to blow him up again.
Yeah, I stick the fire extinguisher in his input port and just so he starts foaming out from the inside. Is I'll wait for him to dry out, and then next time.
I'm glad we're not there.
So glad.
I feel like we would take you less seriously.
Well, I'm done spray
I
painting
know.
the camera.
The respect of my crew is everything to me. Can't let them see this.
All of a sudden, you hear a large thud and a series of crashes from somewhere in the ship.
That was not me, Captain.
Can we tell the direction? Like general area of the ship?
Yeah, interior,
to-
exterior.
It's
Turn around and
to
hit the
have
sensors.
originated from the chapel.
Hey,
Okay.
Adam, you got eyes on our guest?
I'm heading for the chapel.
Oh, yeah. I see you, the screen comes up, and I have the fire extinguisher in my hand. I'm like, yeah, I've been watching them the whole time. The whole time.
Well, then what just happened?
It says there was a boom in the chapel, and we're still waiting on further sensor input results. I'm going to do a technology check to add these sensors and see if there's surveillance. There is surveillance outside the chapel, except for in the confessional.
Before you get a chance to get there, the captain has arrived, and upon entry, he sees that all across the chapel there are little niches and cubby holes where statues for all of the icons are present. It appears that every single icon statue, except for the faceless one, have fallen out of their niche.
Okay.
Do I see the captain seeing that as I'm putting on my pants because I know I'm going to have to go to work soon?
Sure.
I thought it wasn't an emergency.
It's time.
Yeah.
That's like 8 statues out of place there, Captain.
There's a bit more than 8.
Yeah.
There's 9 icons.
Is there, other than seeing the idols on the ground, is our guest there? Is there any weird smell, light, anything, or just they're on the ground?
Check the mess lobby, see if he's still there.
The only thing that seems amiss is the fact that the statues are not where they're supposed to be.
And is the idol of the faceless one doing anything?
It is exactly as it should be. It's in its spot. It's the only one that did not fall.
I enter the chapel. Do I feel anything?
We have an actual idol for the face. Like we have an actual visage of the face. Usually, the faceless one is an empty spot, where no one's in the way.
Or is it sometimes?
Follow him.
Yeah.
So there's just we wouldn't know if it had fallen over.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just kind of a statue blank, so to speak.
Oh, like it's just like a rectangle, nothing carved.
Like a general outline, shadow, silhouette.
Okay.
Yeah.
No details or
36%.
anything that specify as like that you can clearly tell who the judge
Right.
is, who the dancer is, who the
Yeah.
deckhand is.
So if I don't feel anything strange as I walk in, I will reach down and pick up whatever's closest, the judge, the dancer, one of them. And do I feel anything? Do I sense anything? Hear anything?
No, it's nothing. You don't sense anything supernatural. It just seems that for whatever reason they all fell. Who knows if it's an omen of any sort?
Everything's an omen. I begin to put them back in their proper places.
As watching him do it, I'll say little prayers like when someone sneezes, but you're afraid to say bless you, but you still really want to say bless you.
Gesundheit?
Yeah,
Salute.
bitte.
Is anyone else going up to help, or are you going to take care of it yourself?
I should be able to. I mean, I assume the idols are small.
They're not large.
Okay.
I'm gonna head up to the chapel just to see what's going on. See, because no one has said anything.
Yeah. I'm on comms. Hey, is there an update?
All the idols but one seem to have fallen out of their alcoves onto the deck. I'm putting them back now. I don't see or sense anything else, but this is
Weird. I don't feel like
weird,
we hit someone.
unusual. As I place each one back, I'm going to kind of pause, make sure nothing else happens, and put another one back up. Is there any reaction from them? Any reaction from the faceless one? And if not, I will just keep going until they're all back in their appropriate alcoves.
So we now don't know which one didn't fall over. Only you do.
No,
I said they all
Oh,
fell
Adam.
for
Okay.
yeah. And
The
so
thud we heard, is it the equivalent of what we'd expect if all of the icons fell?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't like out of proportion.
Nope, just a cacophony of crash, bang, tumbles.
metal onto metal, basically.
Crash Bandicoot, you say?
Crash.
So I will continue until they're all back. I will take a step back for a moment and wait. And if nothing else happens, head back to the bridge. And Adam, please keep the camera on the chapel just to
Because I've had full surveillance. Do we have enough memory to, or rather enough storage to have been able to go back through those tapes just a little bit to see them fall?
Yeah. You do. All you'd see going back is just they're there, and then domino effect, so to speak.
One knocked over.
Within a matter of seconds, they all fell.
But did they bump into each other first?
No, they each have their own little alcove in the chapel.
I see.
And if I check the sensors on the bridge, did anything come up on the sensors externally at the same time that they fell?
Nope, there was no sensor alerts or alarms that triggered at the time that happened.
And where was our guest? Still reading in the?
Yep, he's still sitting where he's been this entire time.
Did he react at all?
He jumped, looked up, startled, but he's
okay. So not like he was
to handle. He's there for a very specific purpose.
We have no idea what it is, but all
Captain,
right.
this day is just getting weirder.
How far along were we time-wise when this happened?
So it's been, say, 3-4 hours or so since.
All
So
right,
we're
so
like
we're not even
halfway?
halfway yet. We're still
You're getting close to halfway or so.
okay.
Yep. Anything you doing after you've got that reset?
Is this a well trafficked? I mean, are we on a normal shipping lane, or are we? Where are we?
You've gotten on that. We'll say with the gin row that Atom has pulled for you. You are basically on the castle run of this area.
Yes, I can do that he can do it in 12. I can do it in 11 person.
We're about 4 parsecs in so far.
Name that tune. Okay.
Name that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna head back to the bridge then and pay a little more attention to the sensors. Just have I ever experienced anything like that before?
No, but you've heard tale from other ship captains, especially those that are quite religious to the icons. That something like that happens, it usually means something. There's some sort of bad omen or something to make your spine go woo and give you goosebumps.
If I had hair on the back of my neck, it would be standing up.
Right.
Yep, that's sort of superstitious mumbo jumbo type of.
I feel like I'm trying to rationalize it, like a little neutrino storm that passed through that part of the hull. Like
We just hit some turbulence.
Right? Just that I didn't feel or register. Yeah.
Yeah, and you can certainly
Something's not
brush it off
happy.
like that.
Yeah. Or something's not happy with what we're doing and where we're going.
Well, you bring that up. Is that everybody's not happy about it?
Our patron seems to be happy about it. Our bank account seems to be happy about it. Our doppelgangers seem
Not
to have
so
been
happy
happy
about
about it.
All right. We'll stay the course as long as you say so.
I'll make sure that everything that I do is asymmetrical, just in case. Just if there's four of something, like there's four baklavas left on the plate, I'm gonna eat one, so there's three.
There's always odds, and it's always uneven.
Well, maybe it's good we've got this guy with us. Gives us 5 crew members. Five souls on board.
Not counting the AI and Chad.
AI doesn't have a
Chad.
soul. And Chad's
Yeah.
Chad's
Chad's got issues.
more than Atom was when he was having his Arash.
Hey, at least Adam gets to smoke with someone.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true. I'm gonna go for what I call a potty break, and that's when I go into the chapel when no one's looking, and I prick a drop of my own blood onto the altar of the Faceless One. And there's just there's just some random drops of blood that just everyone's like, "Whoa, how'd they get there?" And I just am eerily quiet.
I'm so glad I'm in the pilot seat all the time.
You know, no one can hear him scream when he's floating through space.
No one listens to me scream in the first place.
It's true. We all just turn you off.
Yeah.
We've all tuned Adam out.
Name that tune and then tune it out.
And then tune it out.
Beep 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 beep.
Comm sensors.
Where's it coming from?
Incoming signal, Captain.
All of a sudden, your sensor AI chimes up. Signal detected. Signal detected.
I'll zoom enhance.
And it appears to be coming directly from where your ship is at.
It's coming from inside the ship.
The call's coming from inside.
I'll PA over to our employer and ask, what's your favorite scary story?
You want to see something really scary? All right, hold on. So this is the exterior sensors are picking something up
That's right, Captain.
at our coordinates.
Yes, it seems to be. If you can believe that a signal of light can be centrifugal, then that's what's happening.
Adam, asymmetrical. Asymmetrical.
Centrifugal, so it's going from the center outward in a direction.
Right.
It's not centripetal.
What kind of readings are we getting? If I look out the viewport, do I see something?
AI, talk mumbo jumbo to me. Tell me what I'm seeing here.
And it appears that you've got a transponder signal upon further analysis.
Talk dirty to me.
Did somebody stick something to our ship?
Data gen.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a data gin.
Roll well, my
Big old
son.
glass of data gin. That is 3 successes.
Nice.
There's only turbulence in
Ship
your
is
room.
like-
Yeah, whoa! Power Ranger style. Yeah.
Yep. And with that, you are able to analyze through all of the AI's quirks that has been picking up off of you, Adam,
Yeah, she's intelligent now.
and learn that that the sensors have now all of a sudden started to pick up a transponder signal that is emanating from your ship that is not your own.
That is
Right.
not like another ship. Like, is it a ship?
Somebody's tracking us.
I'm gonna ask our pilot to kill thrusters for just a moment, so I can put on my exosuit and have a look around.
Captain,
Yes, I agree.
and do it.
Right. Chad, you
Don't
stay
make me
here.
pull this ship over.
AI.
No, keep us moving,
Wait
but
for me.
cut the thrusters. Let us move on inertia. Adam,
Right.
be careful.
Aye. You do care about me. Put on my exosuit. I make sure that my solar lasso, which is the name I give my energy whip, and my Dura knife are on the outside. I've got a full set of tools that are. It says "Kiss the engineer" on the apron, and I go out and I just walk out like trudging.
Is anyone going to go with him or stand by at the airlock with him, or are you letting
Oh, the
him
dash
go
cam?
off?
I'm
Solo?
in the battery just in case.
I'll go. Hannah, you can watch the sensors
Yeah, I got
while
it
you're.
here.
Yeah. I'll go at least wait at the airlock for him.
I got my comms open with AI because I was telling her a neat story and I wanted to finish it on the way, but also so she can tell me if there's anything happening.
Actually, I'll tell him to wait a second. I'll get into my armor, which is vacuum sealed, and I'll wait.
Pants either.
I'll wait. I won't leave the ship, but I'll wait at the airlock for him.
Oh, you wait at the airlock while I go out? I appreciate that.
In case I have to pull you back in or your body.
Oh yeah, my Dura rope. I definitely the hyper rope. If you can tie a hyper rope to me like an actual leash, that's what I do. We have a little grommet that we put through and tie. I don't know how to tie knots, so you do it for me.
Yeah, clip, go.
All right. What do I see? Observation?
No. First off, I need dexterity for you to spacewalk. You know that dump stat you have we discussed earlier?
All the stats are dump stats when you roll bad.
So yeah, that's a roll of 2 dice for you.
That's only 2. Normally
Because
it would be
you have
0.
nothing in dexterity, so you are straight agility on 2 dice
Oh boy.
for your initial step off into space.
Oh boy.
All right, hold on. You also said we can create an inventory for the ship, and one of the things I got for the ship was a jetpack, jet gun, little steering thing. Hand jet, whatever. Hold on. I got
hand jet.
Yep, hand jet.
Can I give him the hand jet? Oh boy.
Oh yeah. So just like that.
That gives you +1.
So plus 1 die?
Roll 3.
Part of the cards. Guide me.
Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and pray to the faceless one here. Oh wait, who would I do that for dexterity? It would be the dancer.
The dancer.
Yeah. So yeah. So you're praying to the icons?
I'm gonna pray to the icons for this. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Papito. Part of the cards. That we got one.
Okay. You
Is this worth
stumbled and you tripped off of the edge of the spacewalk at the airlock.
That first one's a doozy.
As you was starting to tumble over, you somehow managed to remember that the captain just handed you a hand jet. You activated that and got your feet attached firmly to the side of the ship.
Right.
Almost drifting off into the dark between the stars.
Don't you scuff my ship.
These mag boots are Nikes. That's one of the corporations that made it to the Zenith, believe it or not.
Oh, come on, you're
1,500
wearing
years.
New Balance. You know you're wearing New Balance.
You're right. They're total knockoffs. Absolutely. Spaditas.
Spaditas.
Wait, sorry. Gonna go.
All right, so you
I'm
making
gonna
your way
do-
to where the sensor is?
Yeah, let's go to where that do I have a little like bullshit detector?
It stands out quite clearly. It's not part of the ship, and
there's
you
your
see
problem.
it there.
All right.
Yep, and you see it, and there's a little light flashing on it.
All right. Can I use a force check to remove it with my hand and impress AI?
What type of check did you want to use?
I was going to force it.
Force it?
As
Yeah,
I
I
yell
wasn't
over
gonna do
Tom,
technology.
hey, make sure to check it's not, dangerous or explosive before you touch it or do anything with it.
Roll force now.
I'll roll force.
Definitely don't blow up my ship.
And
Two
you have
successes.
plus, and that's with your +2 on the force as well with the XO.
Oh, I did not. Third success.
Critical success. You managed to grab it, pull it off of the ship. You shook it in front of your face, and it did not blow up.
Oh, there's an explosive on here, guys. Wow, it seems that. Can I do a technology check to see if it was set
Yes.
to blow up? All right, that's technology check 2. Two successes on that.
Yeah. You take a look through, and you see that it is indeed a minor explosive charge, enough to damage the unit, and obviously hurt whatever person is tampering with it.
Right.
So single person type charge.
So the anti-tamper, it wasn't to disable the ship.
Yeah, more so not to damage the ship, but just to damage who tried to tamper with it.
I give thanks to the deckhand for my ship and not blowing up or getting scuffed.
Hold me closer, icon dancer.
So you making your way back now?
Well, no. Before I re-enter the ship, I want to see if I can disable it and reset it for my own benevolent purposes.
God, it's going to go the way that Chad.
Yeah, just say Chad doesn't have one of these.
I've got my advanced tools, so that would give me an additional plus on a technology check. Which now that I think, I should have done that in the first place.
So you're out in space, and you want to try to start tinkering with it.
If I can make sure that, because I know this is going to blow up. I don't want you guys to get hurt.
All right, so you're doing this out in space. I'm going to make this a hard challenge. So that's going to be -2. So all you get for plus onto your wits is the +1 from your advanced tools. So 5.
So five dice?
Yep, because this is a hard check for you to do because you're not thinking straight. You're in an exosuit in space, attached to the side of the ship with a foreign piece of technology.
I'm wearing sunglasses and it's nighttime. Let's do it. Two are on top of each other. That's one success.
Well, it doesn't blow up, but somehow you manage to make it turn off.
So I do disable it, but I can't. I don't seem to be able to reset it.
No, you can't seem to reprogram it. Anything else you appear to do just continues doing nothing.
Right, it's all right.
Fur baby alert! Fur baby alert!
Yeah, little baby alert. This is so I hear AI growling, telling me to come back inside.
Yep.
AI lets me know.
But our AI barks.
Yeah. Yep. And as far as you've been told, all it seems that off is now off.
Oh.
Right. Well, I'll make my way back to the airlock, and I'm going to mute myself while other people do something.
All right, so
Are we good?
Atom is working his way back on board with the assistance of the captain to prevent any mishaps like when he tried to exit.
And I will confirm when he gets to the airlock that, in fact, it's safe to bring it on board.
My exosuit is muted.
He holds it up. You glance through. You see that it does appear, for all visual intents and purposes, that the device has been deactivated without blowing up somehow by Atom.
By Adam. Okay. Do we have a oh jeez. I'm having a little brain, you know what here.
Fuck, Captain. Oh, my comms are back up.
Thank you. A box or device or a safe or something to put it in that will block signals.
Yeah, I'm sure you probably have
like a- Yeah.
Once I get back into the quarters,
We've
I
got
would prefer
enough
the data
armament
chain
on
is
board.
origin.
We've probably got something that is
Yeah,
used.
I just want to make sure,
that.
even though it's quote unquote safe and not signaling, let's put it someplace where even if it somehow gets reactivated, we're not going to suddenly be broadcasting again.
Yeah, a ship such as yours, I'm sure you have a small skiff setup of sorts
super advanced
on
lead
board
box.
in your own chambers.
Okay. Here, go put this in Chad. Meanwhile, he's still in the EXO with the comms off, but you know,
Right.
Yep, so got the EXO comms off.
dancing
But
to the ship.
can I data gen the origin? Can I see with AI scan it or plug it in to see which glade it came from?
At this piece of tech is dark, and you can't see nothing on it.
Right.
Appears to be completely scrubbed.
What was the mechanism, or what would have exploded? Is it just some kind of
Incendiary.
Incendiary? All right. Any way to extract that? You know what? I'm gonna keep it for later.
Can we tell? I'm not there, but can we tell by what type it is who might have used it? Like, is it a preferred technology of anybody's?
Or like a culture check?
Yeah.
Oh, you would look at it and see that it is. You don't find any discernible part number, tracking number, serial numbers. It appears to be something that's clean, so to speak.
Does that speak like, oh, I forgot their name? Who's our like CIA intelligence people?
It's possible that like entities such as the syndicate would be making use of devices such as this, possibly because there's no tracking back to any particular individual organization. So any numerous factions could be making use of something like this.
So it's like a run-of-the-mill, off-the-shelf kind of device that anyone with the right money and contacts can get.
Could have been our doppelgangers. Could be a
You don't
government
need
agency.
money to
Who
scrape
knows?
a VIN off.
Why is everybody so interested in this ice ship?
That's
What are we
the-
missing?
What if there's more than ice on board?
Or what are they all missing and want back? Or control
And
of?
why were there twice as many people as he said in the dossier?
Yeah.
One of life's mysteries.
Anything further you guys are going to do at the moment after now having secured the tracking device?
Are we having this kind of tete-a-tete like on
Probably on
just like-
comms because we're still
Yeah,
in-
like we're
Can I
actually all
rewind?
together?
What our employer was doing while I was out, and watch that bean footage.
It seems that he did nothing that was out of the ordinary. He got up, walked around the space a little bit, appeared to stretch his legs, uh, and then went off to use the fresher.
The
Also-
one place I don't have a camera because you won't let me, Malik. I mean,
We all
Captain.
have the crew all have headsets also for communications, so we're not like on the intercom on the
Yeah.
wall where everyone
Yeah.
can hear.
I am.
We can talk amongst ourselves, and he can't hear us.
I feel like it's a thing that we've gotten used to, like where we're on comms all the time, but now we have somebody on board and like we keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
Open gunner channel.
No, I
That
actually
was
put
gonna
right
kill
onto
us.
the inventory. We all have personal comms, or anybody who didn't already have has a
Damn.
headset.
The worst is when Adam forgets to turn his off when he uses the fresher.
Yep.
Worse is when he
Yeah.
forgets to turn it off when he's using Chad.
Yeah. It's the opposite of silent but deadly. Just noisy yet innocuous.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Wait, one thing. Does he have pockets?
Chad,
Chad
or our
or
patron?
you?
A patron. Can't think of his name.
It's got
Does he have
pockets.
pockets? Did he reach his hand in there?
Yeah, it appears he does have pockets.
Thought so. That Bishu. Hiding something
What-
from us.
what does-
I know it.
Pockets have anything to do with anything, Adam?
Can't see what's inside him. I mean, I can't see what's inside him. Bothers me.
Hannah, why don't you bring us back up to speed? Put us back on course. Of course, at
Yes,
this point,
Captain.
that also means that they pretty much know what direction we're going. But
At this point, you're just over halfway, about between a quarter and a third away.
I also assume that with the great roll, or the great, whatever we want to call it, out of character roll we got, that we're pretty much taking a straight line course from where we were to where
we're
we're
super
going.
fast. Yeah.
So
It's a pretty safe assumption to say that
Do we want to?
somehow he
to
did
make a little
something good
loop
for
along
you
the way
guys.
and increase your velocity.
except of course, if they picked up the signal from the transmitter, they now know pretty much we're here. Here's a straight line. Here's where we're going.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to be able to divert power to weapon systems when the sensors go, but to evenly divert our current out of combat energy points between the thrusters and outward sensors.
What are you doing?
From where to where? Where are you taking the extra power from?
Oh,
My thrust.
the fridges will turn off for a little bit. With the air conditioning, you'll still get airflow, but it's going to get a little warmer.
I hope
Look at
he's
that
not
permission.
nedrying your ship. Hope he's not pulling a Dennis Nedry on you.
As long as one of the things that gets shut off is your AI, we're all set.
All right.
It's time to take a nap. It's time to take a nap, girl. Load the rabbits. Do you see the rabbits? You see the rabbits, AI? And then the sensors are at full sensitivity.
Nobody reads Grapes of Wrath anymore, by the way. Just for the record.
So we return to our original course and velocity, and we're just going to keep eyes out for who's ever going to show up whenever it is that they're going to show up.
Yep. As of this time, sensors all show clear. Nothing appears out of the ordinary.
Captain, sensors show clear.
Thank
I
you.
have one job on this ship.
Thank you, number one. And you do it well.
My God, I've got to do it.
All right. Anything else you wish to do, or ask Mr. Kamburi while you finish up this last leg of your trip?
No, I feel like I'm keeping myself to myself because I'm getting antsy. Like, Things feel weird and off.
I'm leaving the room, and not using the comms to troll him right now. But I do want to ask him face to face as I go out for one of the last pieces of now warm baklava. If that was if those first imposters were the only ones who had approached him about the job so far, if there was only one other set of people that had expressed knowledge, or if even after we had met him, if there were other people seeming to know about it outside of the company.
Yep. You ask him that. He seems very forthcoming now, and he says like, "Oh, that's completely out of character. Indeed, the message was supposed to have been directly to you. I don't know who, what, when, or how they got word of the ship being missing or trying to hire a team to retrieve it, but that was not supposed to have happened."
Obviously. Huh. I like your book. They still make those.
It's just an old book of fairy tales that I like to read. It helps calm my nerves.
I have a book, and it's literally it's nonfiction, if you can believe it, and I just have the whole stack of journals from 1500 years, from like, oh boy, we're going to outer space, to what are these people already here for, and the ensuing madness thereafter. And if the princess of Ka would have been in those 500 years span between the point where Zenith had got there and the dissemination of aggressive capitalism upon the third horizon, we may share some bits. Your fairy tales may very well have been true. Have you ever thought of that? You ever wondered if dreams are real?
You know, I find that there's times where a lot of story and fairy tale is drawn from real life instances of stuff that has actually happened.
I'll make stuff up all the time about things that I've done, and it's all based in one little nugget of truth.
I'm going to secretly replace Adam's calf with decaf.
With Folgers crystals.
No, just decaf.
Folgers dilithium crystals.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Now I'm on dilithium, and I'm completely focused.
Regular lithium wouldn't work for you, so now you're on dilithium.
You needed dilithium. Was not going to work, my friend. That's you're putting Ritalin in an Adderall, kid.
How far? Well, how far out should we be able to pick up the ship on sensors?
Another few hours have gone by with Atom rambling into Mr. Kemburi's ear
while speed reading every page that I can in this book.
Yep, and at this time, you should be just about hitting your target mark now.
Hey, Captain, we're coming up on where the ship is supposed to have been. You want me to?
I'll go back to my station.
I was going to say, anything on sensors? Are we picking up it or anything unusual?
Yep.
Not yet.
Yep. Well, shortly you pick up a contact.
And
contact coming in.
The blips start blipping.
The bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
Bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps.
Is there? So we've got a bleep. When we do the sweep, do we see any asteroids creeping on us?
Yep, and there's no extra blips.
Okay.
No extra blips.
How far are we from the asteroid belt?
It appears that you're not exactly. You can't tell exactly how close everything is just yet. You've just barely got into sensor range for the ship, and it'll take a little bit of time as you get a little bit closer for the computer and Adam to make those calculations between how fast the ship's going, where the asteroid field's positioned, and stuff like that. But
Okay,
as
so
you're
we don't-
approaching into visual range,
Okay.
you now see this looming up in the distance.
Ice ship.
Huh.
I'd say that's an ice ship.
Mhm.
At least it's there.
Yeah, but now we need to figure out, besides other things, is how far it is from, or how far and how long till it hits the asteroids.
Yeah.
And with that, we'll call it a night.
Yay.
Yay. Before we get into math.
Ooh, math's hard.
Yeah.
I'm real good at it now that I'm on dilithium. I'm so focused.
All right. So to close up here, we're going to go through our experience points questions as a group.
All right.
If you are able to answer yes, or if you want to attempt to make an argument to me, you can. So, first off, did you participate in the session? You get 1 XP just for attendance. So, yes, everyone did participate.
Yay!
Yay.
Some more so in ways they shouldn't have than others, but
Can we borrow some of that? No.
Some dilithium? I got loads.
yeah. Next up, did you overcome a difficult challenge to help your crew to reach its current goal?
I feel like
Did you?
Adam did.
Adam is-
Well, hold on. We had the doppelgangers,
Oh, yeah.
and then we had the bomb.
I would say yes. You all get the point for that. You all help
Yay.
contribute to that.
Hannah definitely pulled it off with that 3-point turn out of the parking lot.
Paper.
Did you put yourself or your crew at risk because of your personal problem?
No.
Not yet.
Plural. Personal problems.
Wait. Does Adam count as our personal problem?
Yeah, is he our problem?
I'll give you all a point for that. Well played. Well, hey,
Adam Almahad.
well, the three of you get a point for that.
Yeah.
Zara, Malik, and Hannah get a point for that one because
I said we
I
should
like
always
that.
get a
We'll
point
grant
when
that.
we manage to succeed despite Adam.
Despite, yeah.
Picking
I put-
explosives off the ship.
Yeah, I picked an explosive up off the ship with my bare hands. That's putting my people in danger.
With brute force.
Thanks for popping the ship zit.
Oh,
I'm the
don't worry.
smartest idiot in
This
the
next
verse.
one's for you, I guess. Then, Adam. Did you put yourself or your crew at risk because of your personal problem?
I let Adam go out and play with explosives.
Because of my personal problem. I know. I don't think anything that I did connects with what. Or the no. I put everyone at risk by putting my journals, the 1,500 years of journals, right in the face of our employer and reading off what is most
No,
likely
wait, Adam,
forbidden
Adam,
history.
you woke up this morning, you put us all at risk.
I did breathe.
I'll give Adam the point.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Did you learn something new about yourself or another PC?
We learned way too much about Adam.
I
I
feel like we
why-
learned a lot, considering
why
that
the
we all
pilot
had
system's sticky.
sketchy backstories to begin with. I feel
Yeah.
like we fleshed ourselves out a lot.
Learned a little bit about our beliefs. Learned
Our
a
love
lot
of
about
baklava.
Adam's social interactions with inanimate objects.
Yep.
I didn't expect you to when you put up the icons, I expected you to like full on pray, like I don't know, like think of old war buddies or something. Like I don't
Well,
even
no.
know what to say.
Legionnaires are not overly devout, except when we're in the middle of battle, and then we're praying to everybody and their brother.
The icons are like, you only call me when you need something.
Which that particular tidbit is working out to my advantage right now.
I gave you darkness point.
Good.
Yeah, I have this.
You gave me 2 darkness points in that one instance.
Oh, and then
Because
one?
what someone didn't do.
Oh.
Yeah, we're sitting at a 5.
I'll share that in the off screen after.
Okay.
Let's see. So yes, I'll give you points for learning something about your PC, buddy, friends. Did you sacrifice or risk something for your PC buddy? So each of you have a buddy. Did you sacrifice or risk something for them this session?
Does the baklava count?
Yeah, right. No, I don't think so. We're not. I feel like next session, probably.
Yeah. We haven't really gotten to
I-
a point here.
I let
Unless-
Zara and Malik put off learning Yu-Gi-Oh for a week.
Wow.
And
Unless
the
you
last one is,
Yeah.
did
Hit
you
hard.
act in accordance with your icon?
Yes.
Mhm.
I straight up put an offering of blood at the altar. Yeah, I think I did that.
Yeah.
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 Take a point for that as well then, too.
Yeah.
So, the way experience points work in this game is if you can save up as many as you want, but if you have 5, you can spend 5 to increase a skill, learn a new skill, pick up, I think, talents you can also pick up, personal talents you can pick up for 5 points. So, has anyone picked up 5 points out of this?
I think we
Yeah.
all did.
I think we
Yeah.
all did, yeah.
Yay.
Oh, so y'all can upgrade something for next week.
Yay.
There's
All
no
right.
common sense perk, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll choose.
I know.
How many points
Now
to get
that,
chat up
now that
running?
everyone's starting to get a feel for how they want to play their characters out, they can totally lean into that sort of stuff.
It's good.
We got
But,
options.
all right, so that's going to bring us to a draw for the night. This ends night 1 of our Coriolis campaign, The Dying Ship.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
that's the name of the module?
I'm hoping that's their ship and not our ship, but
Right?
either way,
Don't you kill my ship.
All right, so I hope everyone comes back and joins us next week as we see what happens when they get
Counter.
to the Oran 2 that we have now seen.
Maybe we'll meet a princess.
we found it. This is where it is. Come and get it. Bye.
All right, and let me get this set up for the next button to click.
It's hard being the GM and the moderator. I mean, and the.
Oh yeah, I got to do all the things,
All
and
the
learn
things.
all the stuff, and yeah. So, thanks everyone. Come back next week, and remember, when a nat 20 just won't do, you need a nat 21.
Credit card.
Yay!